I love my dog. Let's see. It's just not my thing. Not so much. That is true. That's just where I'm coming from, and that's my perspective. I wouldn't have it any other way. If you think that about me, then you probably shouldn't be following me. So, yeah. I hope that answers that assumption. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. Today I have got a fun video to share with you. I have my phone here because I'm going to be reacting to your assumptions about me. So I feel like I'm a little bit behind this trend, but I still feel like it would be fun to answer some of these assumptions because I'm sure some of you who are watching this video are probably assuming similar things. And if you're semi-new to this channel, you might not know that much about me, so this is a great opportunity to learn a little bit more about me. So I put a little poll out on Instagram and people sent in some things that they assume about me. Most of them were super sweet and kind. Some of them were a little bit like, that wasn't the nicest thing you could have said. So I'm going to answer all of them. We get personal. We talk about my past. We talk about money. We talk about my relationship. We talk about food. We talk about exercise, all the things. So let's go ahead and dive into the assumptions. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is they assume that I never eat junk food, and that is definitely not the case. I am a normal person just like you, and I still eat junk food sometimes. Of course, I eat healthy most of the time, but we get fries when we go out sometimes. I eat chips, I eat ice cream, I eat cookies, I eat brownies, I eat all the things. I think one thing that probably helps me eat a little bit more healthy is that I do follow a gluten-free and dairy-free lifestyle, so that does limit some of the things that you can order out, for example, or like packaged foods. So a lot of times I can't eat those packaged cookies because they're made with regular flour, or I can't get pizza on the street because it's made with gluten and dairy. So I think that helps me, and I've been eating this way for so long, it's almost been a decade at this point, that I'm just used to it. So I indulge on things that are gluten-free and dairy-free friendly. I definitely eat sugar, but I still try to eat healthy as much as I can. So yes, I eat junk food. I'm normal, just like you. The next one, and these are actually a few people assumed this, is either that I had an eating disorder when I was younger or that I did not have an eating disorder when I was younger. So that I would just talk about it. I do not consider myself to have had an eating disorder, at least in the traditional sense. Like, I never struggled with anorexia. I never struggled with bulimia or anything like that. I wasn't ever orthorexic or anything like that. I definitely had a warped relationship with food when I was in high school. I was very restrictive. I calorie counted a lot. That probably lasted for like maybe 2 years, but it was just something that like I couldn't stick with. Like, I just was miserable. And then since then, I really haven't had any issues with food. I feel like I just kind of try to eat as best I can. I try to nourish my body from the inside out, and I'm lucky that I haven't ever struggled with that. I know a lot of the people that, not necessarily a lot, but I know people that watch this channel or follow me on Instagram do have that background, and I know that there are also a lot of people, influencers online, who get to health through the lens of an eating disorder. That's just not my personal story. And if you are struggling with that, or if you have any specific questions or anything like that, you can drop them down below for me. You are Italian and you have curly hair. I am half Italian. My mother is full Italian on both sides. Her parents are both full Italian. And I have like not curly hair, puffy hair. Like, it is not an attractive air-dried look. I blow dry and straighten my hair. I don't wash my hair every single day, so I try to wash it every other or every 3 days. So the first day that I wash it, which is today, I blow dry and straighten. The next day is I try to use dry shampoo, and then I'll do like a half updo, which I'm sure you've seen. I just like clip it in the back. And then the third day, if I am not washing it that next day, I absolutely have to have it up in a pony or a bun. It is way too greasy. Dry shampoo does not last 3 days for me. I could never wear it down for 3 straight days. I have very fine hair, and it tends to get greasy kind of easily. So, and plus I exercise a fair amount and I sweat in my hair, obviously. So I want to keep my scalp as clean as possible without creating a lot of dandruff. So that's why I try to wash it maybe every 2 days. But yes, I do always blow dry and straighten, which was another assumption. You are married. I am not married. I have been with my boyfriend, Matt, for almost 9 years. It's going to be 9 years in May. We are not married yet. I definitely want to get married. He's a little bit slower on the uptake for that one. I'm not trying to pressure him too much. I hope that we get married in the next year or year and a half or two. He's probably not going to watch this video, so that's okay for me to say that. He also knows because I talk about it a lot. But yeah, we live a very happy life together. We've obviously been together forever. We've lived together for 7.5 of the 9 years that we've been together. So we have a good life together. We're practically married already. We just don't have the official title. So we'll get there eventually, guys. Don't you worry. You make a very decent living, assuming based on your appliances and food brands you use. I actually got a few questions about the money that I make, or assumptions about the money that I make, that I make a lot of money because of the things that I have in my house. I make a lot of money because of the workout classes that I buy or the foods that I buy. So I thought I would just blanket statement all of those right now. So I definitely make an amazing living on this business. I have put my heart and soul into this business, blood, sweat, and tears into this business, and gratefully it has grown and flourished into an incredible business, and it has afforded me incredible opportunities, including opportunities to travel around the world, but also I partner with a lot of amazing brands through this business. So a lot of times you'll see me using high-end things, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes those have been gifted to me. So for example, my Vitamix blender, I fully stand behind them as a brand, but they were kind enough to send me a blender, which is amazing. My toaster oven, for example, that I use every single time was gifted to me by KitchenAid because I was doing work with them. Workout classes wise, I work with SoulCycle on an ongoing basis. I work with them on a monthly basis, where in exchange for me kind of talking about my workout routine and sharing a photo with me and their brand, they gift me passes to use SoulCycle. And the brands that I talk about, I fully believe in. SoulCycle, for example, even though they give me free classes, I go to work out there twice a week. I am obsessed with it. I talk about it all the time because I genuinely love it. It makes me feel amazing. My Vitamix blender, I talk about it a lot on my Instagram. You guys see it in my videos. I genuinely use it 3 to 4 times every single day. So it's things that I'm using in my daily life. I'm not just trying to promote and sell you anything. It's more that these brands are brands that I know, I love, I trust, I use, and I'm able to just kind of share them through my platform and hopefully get people from their end, hopefully get more eyes on their brand. So the business is amazing. I make a decent living. I make a great living, but it's also afforded me opportunities where I get gifted things. So yeah, I hope that answers that assumption. The main reason why you're vegan is about your health. The main reason, well, first of all, I'm not vegan. I am not 100% vegan. I follow a mostly plant-based diet. I eat eggs. I eat fish sometimes. I eat honey sometimes. So I follow a primarily plant-based diet because, yes, health is a big part of it. I think that people need to eat more plants. You need to eat more whole grains, legumes than most of the world is eating already. So it's the health aspect. It's also the environmental aspect of it. Eating a plant-based diet is incredibly beneficial to the environment, so that's part of it. And of course, there's also the ethical part of it, and there's actually kind of a nasty assumption in here that I'll read to you in a section that talks about the ethical parts of it. So there's also an ethical part of it, which I'll talk about in a second. You are extremely uptight. I don't think I am very uptight. It might come across that way, but I feel like I am, in general, a very kind of laid-back person. I mean, I like things the way I like it, but I'm also not very strict in a sense of things have to be a certain way or put in a certain place, or I'm on a rigid schedule or anything like that. I think I'm pretty go with the flow. There's a lot of assumptions about my life in New York City, either that I love being here, that I hate being here, that I'm staying here forever, that I want to move. So I'll put all of those assumptions up here on the screen so you can see, and I'll just talk about it. So I've been in New York City for 6 years at this point. I grew up in Vermont, and we moved here together. Me and Matt moved here together 6 years ago. It definitely took me at least 2 years to be happy with life here. It's a strange place to live, but it's also an amazing place to live. There's so much accessibility about New York, which is just incredible. Like the food, the shows, the culture, the diversity, the way that you can just like travel around the world because we have 3 major airports here. It's really a very accessible place to live, but it's also a hard place to live in the sense that it's really expensive. The places that you live are quite small. I'll do an apartment tour at some point so you can see how small our apartment is. But in general, I do love living here. I will say that this is not somewhere that I want to raise a family. I can't imagine having kids here. So it's not somewhere that I envision living long term. I'm not sure where that is. There might be some changes coming up for us in the next couple months. So I'll definitely let you guys know when we make a decision. But I would say that New York is an amazing place to live if you're young, if you're in a relationship, whether you're single, married, kids, not so much. And if you're looking to have a good kind of house, or you're looking to have a backyard, or you're looking to have access to nature, things like that, probably not the right place to be. Somebody assumed that I moved. I have not. I lived in the same exact apartment for the entire time that we've lived in New York City, which is pretty amazing, but we really lucked out when we found this place in terms of the kitchen and the location, so we have not moved. You have never been overweight or obese. I haven't. I've never really struggled with my weight. When I was in high school, I was smoking a lot of weed and eating really not well, eating like shit. And so I definitely got a little heavy in high school. That did actually lead into the more restrictive eating. So I got a little bit heavy, maybe, 5-10 pounds overweight. I got a little bit restrictive, and then I kind of balanced out, and I've been within the last 15 years, I've been within a probably 10-pound radius, which I think is just that's my happy weight. You love your dog. I love my dog. I'm obsessed with my dog. She's the greatest. You guys see her a lot. She's just makes me so happy. And she is just one of the reasons why living here is great, because I have company every single day. I go outside every single day. I don't feel alone every single day. So that has helped me so much. Somebody else actually did assume that I rescued her. So I will just pop that right here and I'll answer that one. We did not rescue Trevi. She is a full-bred dog. Or a purebred dog. She is a Lagotto Romagnolo, which is also called an Italian truffle dog or an Italian water dog. And we got her because Matt has severe allergies to animals, can't be around cats, can't be around most dogs, can't be around horses, has really, really bad allergies. So I was walking in Riverside Park before, right when we moved here, and I could have gotten a doodle, but I don't know. I just didn't really want a doodle. Not to say that doodles aren't good, but that wasn't the kind of dog that I wanted. So I saw this breed of dog when I was in Riverside Park one morning, and I could just tell it was hypoallergenic because of its fur. It was the perfect size. I wanted a small to medium-sized dog. It had a really sweet disposition. And so I went up to the owner and I started talking to them. I asked what kind of breed of dog it was, went home and started researching. I joined a Yahoo email group and started learning all about the breed. And this litter of puppies popped up from North Carolina, and I just told Matt, they sent this photo of this dog. I saw the dog. I'll put here so you can see the photo that they sent us. And I was like, yeah, that's it. That's our dog. So we bought her. They shipped her up from North Carolina. We picked her up at LaGuardia Airport, and the rest is history. She's the greatest dog ever. I am so obsessed with her. You're not the best at makeup. That is absolutely true. I am not the best at makeup. I am not a makeup person. I don't know really how to do makeup. I wear very minimal makeup. Today I am actually, like, I don't have anything on my face. I have a little bit of under eye concealer. I have stuff on my eyebrows to fill them in. I have eyeliner, and then I have mascara, and that's it. So I'm definitely not a makeup person. You were an all A student growing up. I was not an all A student, but I was definitely a good student growing up. I was like an A-B student. My brother, on the other hand, not so much. He was like a B, C, sometimes F student, which was really hard for my parents, but also now he's like the best person ever, and he has an amazing job, and he has an amazing girlfriend, and he lives in Boston, and he's just the greatest human. It just took him a little while to get there and mature. So there are a few questions or assumptions about my personality. One is that I am shy. One is that I'm an introvert. I would say that I probably lean more on the introverted side than the extroverted side. I don't think I'm a very shy person. I think that as I've kind of gotten older, I'm 30 now, I've just kind of come into my own, and I'm like comfortable with who I am. So I'm not shy in the sense of like meeting new people or anything like that. I am definitely a little introverted. I'm fine spending time by myself. I really love alone time. But I also like spending time with people. So I'm like an introverted extrovert? Is that a thing? Introverted extrovert? I don't know. You are really dedicated and always exercise even if you aren't feeling like it. I love exercise. Exercise is a huge part of my wellness routine. I exercise 6 days a week. I do 2 SoulCycle classes a week, and then I do 3 yoga classes, and then I usually do like 1 at-home workout, and then I walk every single day with Trevi. I think movement for me is good for not only like me feeling good, my endorphins and things like that, but like it's a mental thing for me. I just feel amazing when I exercise. So I do 2 intense workouts a week, which is my SoulCycle. Those are hard. And then I do 3 to 4 like more kind of easygoing workouts. Yoga for me is not super intense because I've been doing it for years. Like I've been doing it for like 15 years probably. So it's just this thing now that is more like a moving meditation for me. I love it. It makes me feel so good. I sweat because I do hot yoga. And it just, I love yoga so much. So I do SoulCycle twice a week, yoga 3 times a week. And then I'll just do like an at-home kettlebell routine, ab routine, something like that, usually from the Tone It Up app. Somebody assumes that I care a lot about how I look and how different foods make me look. I mean, of course I care how I look. I hope everybody cares how they look. I'm not somebody who's like incredibly vain or spends a lot of time getting ready or has to change their outfit a million times. I actually did a whole like wardrobe clean out. I got rid of almost all of my clothing. And I just have like a few staple pieces that I wear that I love and I feel comfortable in. I don't tend to buy a lot of new clothing. As I'm kind of growing and I'm learning more about sustainability, I'm trying to be more sustainable in the brands that I support in terms of fashion. So I'm not shopping at places like H&M or Forever 21 or Gap, anything like that anymore. I'm trying to focus on buying higher quality pieces that are going to last me a long time, that are like kind of basic and fit with a lot of things, and also from brands that have ethical standards. So yeah, if you're interested in like a video on that, let me know and I can create one for you. So let me know in the comments. I assume you have a healthy relationship with food. I think we kind of talked about that. I do. You probably have a ton of starches and flours in your pantry. Absolutely. I bake all the time and I have a ton of different gluten-free flours and starches. If you guys are interested in seeing a kitchen tour, I actually have a video on my channel already, so I'll link that down below for you. You don't want kids. I do want kids. I definitely want kids. I hopefully want kids within the next 5 years. I hopefully will have at least 1 kid before I'm 35. It depends partly on us getting married, when we get married, which I'm hoping, like I said, is like kind of soon. And then hopefully, I don't know, maybe I'll be pregnant when I'm 33 and have a kid when I'm like 34 or 35, we'll see. And then in terms of how many, I would like to have 2 kids max. I am of the mind that I just want to replace myself and my partner on the planet. So I don't want to like add more humans to the planet. So 1 or 2 is the max for me. You either are very organized or you hate unpacking. I noticed a suitcase in the background, so they saw this on Instagram. I am pretty organized. I definitely am messy. And then I really hate unpacking. Like I hate unpacking and I hate folding and putting laundry away. Those are 2 things that I just can't stand. Matt is the same way. So sometimes like we'll have piles of clean laundry sitting around because neither of us want to fold it and put it away. And then I'm looking over here because I can see a suitcase that he has not unpacked yet. When I'm filming this on a Thursday, he got back from California on on Monday, and the suitcase is still sitting over there fully packed. So we're both kind of the same way that way. You're vegan. I am not fully vegan. I already talked about that. You're a lazy vegan. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds kind of mean, so thanks. Your diet/lifestyle has no ethical considerations. This is why you are not actually vegan. So I felt like this comment was a little bit rude. I don't know if it was intended to be rude. I'm not trying to get defensive. I just felt like if you think that about me, then you probably shouldn't be following me. The ethical part of being vegan is definitely a big reason for me for eating a plant-based diet. I have said before that I don't feel like it has to be an all or nothing for every single person. Just because I have like eggs here and there, or I have a piece of fish once a month, that doesn't mean that I don't care about animals. It doesn't mean that I don't support animals. It doesn't mean that I don't care about animal welfare. I still do. Some people don't understand that, and they will probably attack me for saying what I'm saying, which is fine. You can think whatever you want to think, but I also think that it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing all the time. I feel good about me contributing to the world in a sense that I am eating 95% plant-based at least, and I'm supporting the environment. I'm supporting the animals. I'm supporting my body and my health. So I don't know. I don't know if that answers it. I'm sure that people watching this are going to disagree with what I'm saying, which is just the nature of the game here on YouTube, especially in the vegan community. So that's just where I'm coming from, and that's my perspective. You're definitely a morning person and always have been. I definitely am a morning person, and I always have been. I love waking up early. I just feel super energized in the morning. I love mornings. They're my favorite time of day. At the beginning that you thought you were a snob. Now I think you are very grounded and wise. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really sweet. You were a privileged girl from Vermont. I did not grow up privileged, or that I did not grow up super wealthy. We grew up in a middle-class family. Both of my parents worked full-time. My dad they actually both work for nonprofits at this point. My dad is an ornithologist. He studies birds, and he's worked for a nonprofit my entire life. And then my mom worked for a consulting firm, so she definitely was the breadwinner as we were growing up, and her salary afforded us to be able to go on spring vacation. We went on one family vacation every single year. Now that we are both gone out of the house, she does work for a nonprofit, so they're fine. They're very happy. And then my mom's side of the family is working class Italian, definitely not wealthy. My dad's side of the family is definitely on the more waspy side of things. They definitely have more money on my dad's side of the family. Definitely not super, super wealthy or anything like that. So yeah, I hope that answers it. You're a super driven person that love to give back and share healthy lifestyle tips. That is true. Love how you seem to have such a steady workout schedule. How do you do it? I think I've talked about this already. I just really value exercise. It's something that's really important to me, and it's something that I've just built into my routine. I've prioritized it. I prioritize it with where I spend my money. I pay for my unlimited yoga every single month. It's just really, really important to me, and it's important for my mental health. It's important for my physical health. It's important for my longevity, and it makes me feel good. So that's why I do it. That you are filming posts all day. Absolutely. I feel like all I do is create content, which I love. It gets a little tiring sometimes, but I love it, so I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, you guys, that pretty much actually does it. I have a few here that I basically already answered, so I don't feel like I need to dig into them, but I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions for me, if you want me to expand on any of these topics, if you want me to create videos around any of the topics and talk more about it in more detail, drop me a comment in the comment box below. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. Seriously, it means the world to me that you click on the video and you choose to take some time out of your day to watch my videos. It means the world. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe before you go. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!